Oh man, I gotta talk about this because it's crazy cool. Um, so I was realizing why some of these like bitter bitches were hating me on this Discord forum, and they know I can still see them. I don't know why they're talking. Maybe they really think they're stronger than they are. But yeah, they were hating, 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 hating. And then I realized it's because I made the right choices. See, like, this game has a release schedule for new characters, and if you overspend, you're going to get beaten by newer characters. So what happened is that this absolute idiot was loving this event called Stages, and so he's investing all his points into this character that's good for Stages. And the character that came out is better for Stages, but they're also better for everything. So it was so funny. It was like they wouldn't tell me while I was there. When I was there, they were always hating, always hating. Anything I'd say, they'd pick at. And then when they think I'm gone, they're crying about how they've been bumped. They can't. They got bumped out of all their positions. They all got deranked. You know, they're not in the top 20 anymore. They're not in the top whatever anymore. And it's because they were overcommitted. And the new character came out. Now, here's the genius thing. I knew the new character was coming out and I told them. Like the earliest posts from me about this character are like 3 months ago. And what I said is I said, look, I did the math. They've done this release schedule. This is next. And if it's anything like the last ones, it's going to be like OP for years, right? And they were like, no, no. And then they just like, they were too good for me, right? Well, it turns out I was fucking right. So not only am I like, right now I'm like number one in Dream Realm. I'm number one in Dream Realm and number 5 in District, right? And District meaning like multiple servers. So, um, yeah. Uh, but it was so funny. It was like the day that it happened, the day this badass character called King Roland released was the day that I got my account level to 137. 137 is spray painted on my car in gold. 137 is like my special number, right? And yeah, it was like literally, I've got a screenshot. The day Roland releases, I reached level 137. So I was like, wow, that was really lucky timing. But yeah, I've been killing it with this character. Like I got into her arena bracket. I'm dominating like DPS everywhere. It's pretty cool. It's a great character. But yeah, it was so funny because like I warned them. I told them this was going to happen and they were too good for me, right? And then they got like sour bitches, like really hating. Like I mentioned, this guy had lied. He had basically like angled a screenshot to hide something and then claimed it was like, look, there's only 7 places. And if you move the object, there's an 8th one, like I was saying. And I'm like, wow, what a bunch of petty haters. But anyway, yeah, they're super bitter that they don't have this character because they can't afford it. What's really funny is that I took Roland to S plus, but I'm not taking him to Paragon because I already know my next prediction is that there's going to be Roland's counter is going to come out next season. So that's my prediction. And I'm also predicting like the Wilder and Mauler one will be better, but it's like basically the faction leader. What they have is they have a power where it's like the Hypogeans, which are demons, have a power with the Graveborn where they all work together. Roland is the Lightbearer founder. So Roland is a Celestial who founded the Lightbearer Empire. And he's like a really good character. He pretends to be a fox throughout the story and only transforms into the real king at the very end. And then he draws Excalibur. It's super sweet. Yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, I just noticed these people making mistakes. I'm like, look, there's going to be a new Celestial support coming out soon, right? One of the next 3 releases is going to be it, so I'm saving. And there were these big characters like Contest and Gunner, and these guys were like, oh yeah, you need Contest. Oh yeah, you need Gunner. And I was like, I'm going to wait. So I took a little hit in the ranks because these people had this OP character. And then Roland's going to have a higher lifetime than Contest and Gunner. Roland's powers are insane. They're insane. Like an AoE field that does HP loss damage on the enemy and HP restore on yourself. He cleanses. I called that too. I said Roland will have cleanse because there's so many debuffs going on. I'm like, Roland has cleanse. And yeah, so all these people who built these other characters are now fucking lost. Really gone, right? And now I'm top DPS because I actually had resources saved. So yeah, I'm saving again. By the time they get Roland S+, the next one's going to come out, and I'm already going to be caught up, right? Because they're starting at Roland 1 copy, and I already have Roland 14 copies. But yeah, I called it. And man, they were so bitter. Like, I was just like, why is everyone, like, basically it was like, they're like, everyone's like writing the fucking mods that we need to get rid of this guy. And I wasn't doing anything wrong. You've seen how I do these videos. I'm not even negative in those forums, right? And they just like, the reason they hated me is I was right. And they didn't think of it. You know, it's like, I just know things and they don't. They make bad choices, and they can't admit that, so they just hate it. And now that I'm gone, they're fucking complaining like hell. Oh, I got bumped out of my roster. I hate it. Oh, this one dude on the world chat was like, "You've never been top 20. You suck. You don't know what you're talking about." And then he was in the Discord, same name. He has a unique name, right? He's like, I hate Roland. That's what he was saying. I hate Roland. He couldn't stand it because all these people, they put out these guides, right? The Yap guides for Loot Bar, and they put out these guides and like, oh yeah, do this, do that. And the problem is if you listen to them, you're gonna be broke, right? And that's what happened, is that these players are listening to them, and so they're completely spent. And then this new way better character came out, which I called. Yeah, it was interesting. I called he'd have cleanse too, because he does. I didn't know he would do ultimate copying. That's the thing his field does too. Anytime someone ultimates in his field, he copies it at the same level of damage. So it's like a double ultimate, which is crazy OP. So it's like, he's a massive healer too. He increases everyone's health by 150%. He does like 1,000% heal. He does damage reduction to everybody. Yeah, the only thing he doesn't do is he doesn't like nuke the enemy team. But if they don't have a healer, he can kill them because of the HP loss reduction. So, yeah. Or HP loss, not, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so I'm so stoked. Yeah, the day Roland came out was the day I got account level 137, and for like 6 months I've been suffering, but I'm still saved up. Like, I've got over 700 epic draws. You know, it's like I'm not even like close to being out of resources yet, and so I can easily like whale up if anybody cool happens in the future. But I'm still stomping arena. Like, in arena, you don't like beat somebody and take their place in the roster. You have to like earn points. So if you beat someone higher than you get more points. You beat someone lower than you get like 1 to 4. Someone higher, you get between like 15 and 25. I think like the highest I've seen is like 19. And so I'm slowly climbing. Like, I went from like arena level like 20. Right now I'm level 13. So I'm about to like, I'm trying to break into the top 5, which I think I can do with this team. But it was so funny because like one of the main reasons I was hated is I didn't agree with meta. Like, these calls are like, oh yeah, do this, do that. It's like, there's other ways to play the game. And that got me so many enemies because they're like groupthink. Yeah, it was when I was basically cleaving with Roland, when like their best teams from Guide were getting stomped by my team and I was posting it. Man, people were writing the mods asking to ban me, and one of them did. She's like, I have alts, it doesn't matter. Like, it's so funny. I was like, I'm a pay-to-win player. Do you really think I don't have Discord Premium? You know? And they're like, yeah, the account they banned does not. So I was like, yeah, duh. They were bragging like, oh, he can't see us anymore. And I was like, I was like, yeah, I can. They got so angry. Yeah, they call it, they one time they were telling me I'm broke, so I took a picture of all my money, and they're like, oh, that's AI. And I was like, okay. Okay. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they're just little haters though. But yeah, it was funny. It was like I was getting so much hate, and it's because like I'm fucking winning. I curved the meta. The only people who beat me, none on my server, are like pay to win whales where like it doesn't matter if they're out of resources, they can just spend hundreds of dollars to fucking whale up and get the character anyway. Which none of them are. So yeah, it was like an allegiance of free to play who were listening to the guide, and the guide betrayed them. I didn't. I knew that shit. I knew that shit was going to happen. I did the math and I was like, we're due a celestial support soon. We're due the second celestial support ever. The first one came out years ago and it's still good today. I made a bet. I was like, this is going to be the best character of the game. And it is. It's the fucking king of the Lightbearer Empire. Like, come on. So, yeah, these fucking douchebags. My gosh, they're so bitter. But yeah, when they thought I was gone, they were all crying how they got deranked. This one dude who was gloating on me, like, you'll never be top 20. I'm actually fucking number 1. So, yeah. And now he's crying, I hate Roland. You know why? Because he listened to the guide. He didn't listen to me. So this is what I'm doing, right? This is the hilarious second, like, juke. Is that, and I've warned them and they're not listening again because they're just better than me or for some reason, you know, and that's what they think. And Roland is the beginning of like Celestials and Hypogeans were in their own camp. Roland's the beginning of like a Celestial that leads the Lightbearers, right? And then the Hypogeans are going to be leading the Graveborn, right? And so that's what's going to happen next. And so you actually need that next character too. So this is what's hilarious is they're at 0. By the time they get Roland built, it's going to be time for the next big one to release. And I'm going to be ready. I'm going to be all saved up and ready. And they're going to be fucking sucking fumes without anything. Yeah. So that made me pretty happy. I did want to like celebrate that it's like, yeah, I got a screenshot and it's dated the right date. So it's like, yeah, fuck that trash. They're such little bitches. I got their asses. My number 137, the date the Celestial King releases. What? That was lucky. That was beyond luck. That was like fate. The leader of the Lightbearers. Really an ascended person. Yeah. He's pretty cool. He's like, when he's a fox, he's funny and mischievous, but when he's like a king, he's like a real fucking king. He's a pretty cool character. It's a good like spin on fantasy tropes, but it isn't a budget game. If you want to play it free, you're going to be suffering. You have to like spend some money. Not more than 1,000 a month. Really not more than like 500 a month. But it can be like, for big like releases, it can be like $200 a month, yeah. Which is hella expensive. It's a lot more expensive than other games where they want like the whole game $80 once and it's all theirs. Although it comes close to other games with like DLC and stuff. But yeah, what you'd get in this game is just being better than others. So yeah, the saltiest people were free to play, and I'm like, okay. Little bitches. You little bitches. Yeah, no, they're liars though. They'll use screenshots to manipulate, and they don't even admit they do it. They just like they do it like you don't know. So, and they do, like, caught them several times. Like taking a picture of his free to play page and then taking another picture of a pay to win account and saying they're the same. I'm like, oh, okay, no, you're lying. There's no way this account is free. There hasn't been enough resources since the beginning of the game to do this. But hey, yeah. Tricky evil people. Really, like, honestly, they seem like, I'm going to be honest, they seem like one of them seems Jewish. The other one's Russian. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. The Russian is a cutthroat and the Jew is a liar. I'm like, yeah. Not in King Roland's universe. Not in King's. That's who they really are. I mean, that's in their namature, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah. Anyway, I had to have this stupid freaking camera angle so you can't identify my fucking hotel. I don't want people fucking coming up on me. I've had people meet me IRL who like me, but it's like once you're available to like a million plus people, then it's like you're taking a risk. Yeah, most people may like you, but there's going to be a few like idiotic psychos who don't. So whatever. But anyway, yeah, I went and got breakfast this morning. I got my car all loaded up. I didn't do epoxies, crystals, and jars last night. It just like I didn't have the room and I was too tired. I went to bed kind of early. Woke up at like 2:30 in the morning. Um, Played the game. Got a lot of really good progress. But yeah, I'm super happy with the king. It was funny. I fucking crushed those losers. They tried to call me a loser, and it was like one of the Russian guy called me a pathetic loser, and then he's complaining when he thinks I'm not looking about how he can't fucking do it anymore because he got deranked by the new character, and I'm like, well, I got the new character because I didn't follow everyone else, which was the whole argument. And he wasn't complaining until I was gone. He was just hating me, right? And that's like, some people are really cool, right? My downstairs neighbor, he like, I didn't buy any, but he like allegedly like sells LSD or something like that. But he was a really cool guy, really nice guy, like really good older guy. And like I felt so lucky to meet him. He was like a really cool person. He's pretty interesting. And some people are awesome. Like I was starting my car earlier and the battery was low, so it was like barely revving. And it was like right when it started, I was like this, and then he like laughed. It was pretty cool. It was pretty funny. But yeah, the freaking those haters online, man. He couldn't say he's jealous because I have Roland maxed out almost, and I'm killing it, right? Because he's like, yeah, he had invested in the character's name is Mahara. She's an old demon, not quite vanilla but close, and she's only good for like a distraction spell, which they use in stages, right? And so he had been investing in getting Mahira to S plus, and so now that Roland came out, he has one copy of Roland, the free one, and it's like if you had listened to me, I told everybody multiple times, look at this chart. There's a celestial support coming out soon. It's probably going to be really good. And it was better than good. It was the fucking king of the Lightbearer Empire. I was like, whoa, that's pretty tight. Yeah, so I'm rocking and rolling right now. It feels good. It feels good. I was getting kind of creamed in arena for a bit, and I like came around, had my revenge. So yeah, man, I love it. Yep, that's the story. I can't think of anything else that happened with that that's pretty cool. Beyond me being right about like it being significant and having to spell. That's one of the things I said. I didn't guess the like ultimate copying. I didn't guess the like the health field. I didn't guess the max HP up. I did guess cleanse, right? I didn't guess anything else. I was like, it probably has cleanse because of all the debuffs coming out. And yeah, I was right. I was right, and the haters were mad. This mod who like I've doxed for being a big fat whale before. That's the one that banned me, and it was like basically, which by the way, I just went right back on an alt. Fuck her, you know. Um, and she did it because like all the free to play were complaining. There was a legion of people who are pure free to play who followed the guide, and I was the one who was like, "Don't follow the guide," and it made them all angry. And then not following the guide was the best idea ever, and now I'm the fucking king. It was so funny coming back on an alt and posting again. Everyone was like, "Wow, that's hollow." Whoa. I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. See, I would respect a ban if I did something wrong, but they're literally just salty and abusing power. And so like I don't care. Like there's been times when I've done things wrong and I like learned my lesson, like posting porn on YouTube or something. Yeah, I posted like a full nude of like my dick on freaking YouTube. And then I was like, "Ooh, my bad. You're right. That was wrong." and never did it again. Never been a problem again. But yeah, like some things are like other people are the problem, and so it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna respect that. You guys are the enemy. They try to ban Roland too in the series. Yeah, Roland. They were trying to kick him out. They're trying to hunt him down. So yeah, I got their asses. Anyway, all my alts are already following them, and I watch everything they do. Watch them complain about how they lose now. You could have listened to me. You could have gotten humbled and been like, well, he was right before. Let's ask him what's going to happen next. No, 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 no. They like the guide. They like their click. They're not pay to win, so they can't copy me. But yeah. It's amazing you'd be free to play all day instead of get a job, which is what they really are. They're like on the forums all day. They're free to play. And it's like, couldn't you just get a job? If you had a job, you would have money. Or do you? Anyway, that felt pretty good. They wear demon wings. Like all their avatars are the bad guys. And I'm like, yeah, that's what it is. Maybe it's AI. Maybe it's just there to keep me like fucking bamboozled. But yeah, I find it pretty funny. I find it pretty satisfying. So yeah, that's the story. King Roland won. This is a better audio log, I feel like, than like a physical vlog. But yeah. 137. That's right. The day Roland released, I got account note level 137, and I was like, that's my number. I was like, whoa, they're so mad they lost. Hey, the only downside is I don't think I play on any of their district, so I don't know if I could like shove it in their faces directly. I think my district is different, but that's the only downside. My friend is on my district. Yeah, this dude and I get along. I got a lot of girls play the game because they got like attractive dudes, and I got them like offering me friend requests all the time. I'm pretty cool. Yeah, some dudes are jealous. Some dudes are jealous. I get mad at people like Drake and stuff. I'm like, it's pay to win, dog. It's like, is Drake's music that good? No, it's shit. But he can pay to look famous, so And that's like the secret is like the nepotism is that you can pay money to look popular on all the social media, right? Including Spotify. So the people who were like big hits wanted that and had the liquid capital to be like, all right, here's $1 million, here's $100,000, whatever it is, make me look like a freaking king. And they do, right? Someone just gave you money, dog. Yeah, you're the best, right? How many people would be your best friend if you handed out $5,000 every day? Here's $5,000. Whoa, dude, you're so popular, right? So I get that. That's all I complain about is like it's like you don't even like. See, here's the thing that's funny about it. Yes, I'm pay to win, and yes, I'm at the top of the ranks right now. But I was also top of the ranks for the fair and balanced free to play event. Yeah, the fair and balanced free to play event. I was like just grinding and I accidentally became number one, like way ahead, like double the points of everyone else. Without even trying, I was just grinding resources. And so I was able to quit playing, and I still, like the event was going on 14 days. I quit on day 4, and I still got the reward for the top spot by the end. So I was like, yeah, and so that was like the balanced one, and that was the one the other whales didn't want to play, right? And I knew why. It's because I can't just like spend money to win. So yeah, and I got a build nobody copies. I have a build that's not on any guide, and it works because it works in my head. I know how it does it. So, and I've considered too that the guides are tricks. The guides will give you something that's almost good, but there's a better version that beats it, and they just don't tell you that. So they're like, well, thousands of people are going to follow the guide, so we're going to teach them a little wrong so we can beat them. right? We don't accidentally make monsters who can beat us, right? And so these like guide followers are basically idiots who can't think for themselves, which is pretty much my angle. Is I pretty exclusively think for myself. I'm pretty much like really big on being unique in my thoughts. Um, but yeah, that's the vlog. King Roland happened, and I was saved up and ready because I saw it coming. No one else did, and I got him on the day my account hit 137, which I have a screenshot of. It's got like the date and then like 137 and then me with King Roland. So I'm like already, but yeah, I've been killing it. Beating it. I've had all these people in arena, like all these people who were above me in arena are attacking down to try to stop me, and they're losing. Like I wake up in the morning and I look at the victory logs, and it's like all these names have just been like defeated, you know. And so my points are growing. So yeah, they're like, oh shit. They were listening to the guide, and the guide betrayed them. And bro, I told everybody. And that's why they were mad. They couldn't complain in front of me because they knew they got. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll ban them everywhere. Well, I'm everywhere still. I can see you all talking. It's dumbasses. They really think they're stronger than they are, yeah. It's like someone else said this on YouTube and it got a lot of likes. He's like, the problem with this game is the free to play you act like whales. And I'm like, exactly. It's exactly who they are. It's like this free to play mafia who acts better than you, and they're really just pathetic. But there's a lot of them, so it's like they can't like you because you're pay to win. They're just not gonna get it. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stay here until the last possible minute, and I'm gonna shower and clean up and change my clothes to the new ones. But yeah, this was fun. This was fun. I felt like that victory was deserved, but I'm going to be ready. It's so funny. The next pitfall is going to be Bontis comes out, and there's going to be a big bad of Bontis, and that's going to be the new like gotcha hero, and I am going to absolutely acquire them. And if they suck, and if they're not explicitly meta, at least I'll have all these saved resources so I can upgrade Roland to a new tier. Because he'll probably be good for a few years. He might deserve like P4, you know. So Paragon 4. So yeah, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be hella cool. But yeah, nah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So anyway, yeah, that's the vlog. I was right. They were wrong. They got super salty and went on the lying attack. And now that they think I'm gone, I'm watching them complain about how they got deranked because they can't afford it. Yeah, dude, you shouldn't have been building Mahira to S+. The fuck were you thinking? Nobody thought that was a good idea. She's an old-ass hero. And she's only good at one copy because her ability works at one copy. She wouldn't be better later. And for stages? Stages don't give awards. Stages give pathetic-ass awards, and you can complete all the stages on your own anyway, without Mahira. So I was like, yeah. The only thing I didn't get is they didn't admit they were wrong. That would have been more satisfying, like, wow, you called it. Yeah, I was wrong, man. Yeah, you really deserve to win. No. I'm a bad person, which they said. You know, this is like so pathetic. Anyway, I kicked their fucking ass. And my next call is pretty good that they're going to do a mirror of Roland for Bontis, just for the dark side, and that you want to be saved up for that one too. And so I'm already S+ with Roland, so Bontis I'll be ready for. I'll be all saved. Yeah. These guys, man, they're freaking... whatever. It's over now.